Single women are shocked they can't get a man with this, with these skills, techniques, things, traits, talents even. What do I mean? Well, have a look at this to begin.
So before I started my master's degree, my therapist warned me that dating would become exponentially harder. And I don't know if I thought I would be the lucky exception or this rule wouldn't apply to me, but she was totally right. The way men get so unbelievably intimidated as soon as I tell them that I'm pursuing a degree in neuroscience is absolutely wild.
Wow. Intimidated by a woman who's studying neuroscience. I intimidated, my God, this woman's just too amazing. One can't date her because she's too amazing. But is that the case? Is that the case? Lovely woman. Lovely woman.
I also want to preface this by no means do I ever want to discourage any woman from pursuing a higher education, because I think that if you have the abilities and desire, you absolutely should, and the best investment you can ever make is in yourself.
You know, it's understandable why women brag about their achievements so hard. I mean, for a lot of women, it's new to them. Apparently, men have been holding them back for so long. But it's sad when they make the mistake of thinking it's something that's gonna appeal to men in terms of dating and relationships. In certain cases, yeah, it does. Certain cases, certain areas, of course, her education does matter. But for the majority of men, it's like, no, how a woman treats you and how she is as a person will always matter more than the qualifications. I hope you're focused and on your square. It doesn't matter how smart you are, woman. Yeah, lovely woman. It doesn't matter how smart you are. Are you a decent woman? Yeah. Some would say that's the more important question.
So please do that. I think the problem is twofold, because I think some men get intimidated, some, not all, some men get intimidated by women who are not only beautiful but are also incredibly intelligent, and they go out of their way to try and diminish that or be condescending towards you or try to put you down. I think that the second problem is your dating pool shrinks a lot, because the majority of men will not be on the same level as you intellectually, and you're going to find it really hard to connect and relate to them.
And partially because a lot of women date up, so they think themselves too good to date a man that makes less than them or is less qualified than them. But the odd thing is, and sadly for a lot of women, that only matters to you. Most men don't give an F about all of that. You do though. But this is not the video we're here for. It's this one.
Okay, ladies, I'm going to say this with all of the love in my heart. Men are not intimidated by how much money you make. Men are not intimidated by your portfolio. Men are not intimidated by how many degrees you carry. That has nothing to do with it. They don't like the attitude that comes with it.
Bingo. That simple. Could be the greatest woman in the world. If you're horrible, plain and simple.
That's the problem. So by now, I'm sure everybody has seen the video of the woman who is spouting all of her accomplishments, which amazing. Okay. Absolutely. I absolutely would take nothing away from this woman, because those kinds of accolades are very hard to accomplish.
That's not the woman I showed previously. I couldn't find that video. I do remember what video it is, but I can't find it. But yeah, that's not the woman I showed you previously, but there are so many, and they question why. But I'm so qualified. Where are the men? It's interesting.
So, I mean, kudos to her. Absolutely phenomenal job, and a beautiful girl, by the way. The problem comes in where you've got the attitude of I'm better than you, or you've got the attitude of, you know, I do all of this. I did all of this. So what are you bringing to me? Men don't care. They don't care. It is wild to me that women put such an emphasis on all of the outer things that they fail to understand that men don't. You could be the ugliest woman on the planet, but if you treat that man with respect, if you speak to him kindly, if you allow him to be the man in the relationship, that's the woman he's gonna pick.
Simple. You know, a lot of women say men are simple. We're simple creatures as men. But it's like they don't understand what we're simple in and with. Sometimes it's just this basic. A lot of men say they want peace. It doesn't mean they want a woman to shut up. It just means for a woman to understand when to give a man peace. When to let a man be, you know? Give a man room to be a man. Respect his time and space. Is that too difficult to ask? Is it? Sadly, a lot of women believe their qualifications matter more than those simple things I've just mentioned. Damn, imagine being so qualified as a woman and not understanding some basic human social skills. Interesting.
And all of these like, oh, well, Halle Berry got cheated on, and, you know, this woman got cheated on. So ladies, you could get cheated on. And while I am not saying that it is okay for anybody to cheat.
Of course not.
What I am saying is it is not all about the outer appearance of things. And that includes the materialistic side of things or the outer accomplishments. Because what matters is what's in here. If you don't have a good heart, if you don't have a good spirit, if you don't have, you're just not a good person, that's where the problem's going to come in every single time. If you're not a good, godly woman and God is not number one in your life, and I understand I'm speaking probably strictly to Christians right now because...
Yeah, it's not always about religion. Sometimes it's about just being a basic good human being. And it is odd when a woman has, so many qualifications, but she just lacks some basic. So why are you so seemingly angry to be so qualified? You have so much to offer the world. But when it comes to men, you have nothing to offer but this. I don't know what this reinforced stern exterior. It's not sexy. No, it's not sexy. It's just it's rough, sort of jagged. It's not feminine, is it? No, it isn't. I've said this before, but no one says a woman getting so qualified, it should ever take away from her femininity, her being a woman. It's sad that it does, though. It's like, you're so qualified. You're so qualified, you're acting like a man.
Everybody has their own ideals and everybody has their own deities. But if you are not a good person on the inside, that man could care less how much money you bring in. That man could care less what your portfolio looks like. That man could care less that you created a couple of apps. You could have created the damn internet for all that matters. If you're not good in here, that's what he doesn't like. So stop trying to put it on all these outer things. Oh, well, he's intimidated by my beauty, or he's intimidated by the fact that I make six figures. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Are there men out there that are intimidated by women that make...
Do you know why this topic is hilarious as well? It's because this is something that works in women's favor, but also against them. The simple thing is, there are a lot of actually very good looking, decent women out there in comparison to, just highly qualified women. What's my point? My point is, look, there are a lot of women out there that are qualified, but it's not like it's really that many. There are loads, but it's like in comparison to the majority of all women out there, no. So the point is, look, it's far easier for a man to go and find a regular woman with a decent earning potential, decent job, who treats him far better. Why not? Or if you can't, in a lot of cases for a lot of men, it's good to be single. There you go. So to compare having so many qualifications to a man's peace and to simple respect, it's like, no. Doesn't matter how qualified you are as a woman. If you can't bring a man peace and respect him, sadly, a lot of men would see you as useless, for being honest.
Better money than them? Probably. But those are insecure men, and we don't deal with those types of men. But 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with how much money you make. It has everything to do with what's in here and how he gets treated. And women fail to understand that because women look for the material things and the outside things in men. They look for their accomplishments. They look for how much money they make. They look for what they drive. They look for what it's going to look like to the outside world to date that man, instead of looking on the inside. Is this man good to me? Does this man treat me well? Does this man work hard? Does this man take care of what's within his realm of taking care of?
Again, simple things. Simple things. And a lot of women have the mind to achieve so many complex things, but still can't give a man simple, basic things. I mean, that is sad, isn't it? Come on.
Is this man not a lustful man? Does this man point me to the cross? Does this man lead my household? Does this man provide for his family? Does this man pray with me every night? Does this man pray for me? Does this man pray over me? Women have a hard time understanding that, which is why they have a hard time understanding that it's not the accolades, ladies. It's not the accolades. It's the attitude that comes with the accolades. I say that with all the love in the world. Okay, love you, bye.
And back to this lovely woman.
Shrinks a lot because the majority of men will not be on the same level as you intellectually, and you're going to find it really hard to connect and relate to them. I work part-time as a bartender downtown Toronto, and I work in the financial district, so I serve a lot of lovely gentlemen, which is fun. Like, honestly, I really love our clientele, and I actually really enjoy working in the service industry. But the other day I started this conversation with these two gentlemen that I was serving at the bar, and they asked me what I do. And I told them that I'm getting my master's in neuroscience. And I tell you that their demeanor switched immediately. They were so triggered, so upset by the concept that I was getting a higher level education, so upset that my priorities were focused on school and not finding a man.
Do you know, those men you were talking to in particular, yeah, why would you be shocked and surprised? Those men in particular, that's maybe what they were looking for in women. Yeah, that's the sort of women they're possibly looking for. So is it actually shock or realization that, okay, you're not wifey material. Yeah, you're on your mission. Yeah, you're on your qualification mission. Gonna get your master's. Okay. Yeah, you ain't got time to be a wife, which is what those men are possibly looking for. So I get your point, but no, you're wrong. It's always simple.
Men are so simple. Leave them alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like 99% of the time, just let them be in their world. Say what you want to say. Like, speak your mind, speak your feelings, speak like how your day's going. Don't get mad at them when they don't respond though. Just like let them be on their timeline and you be on yours. Exactly. You know, he's going to be in his energy. You're going to be in yours. You're going to worry about yourself. He's going to worry about himself, which you worrying about yourself is going to make him worry a lot more about yourself. You just
Peace and respect. Peace and respect. Yeah? You know, the line that says, for a woman to be a man's peace, it's like, you think about that line and wonder, like, what women are they talking about? They're not talking about a lot of these modern women, are they? Oh, be a man's peace. Really? Where are these women? A lot of them want to be your headache, your nightmare, your burden, your trauma. They're reading these books and they want to be a bitch to you. It's like, what? My God. Yes, as men, we are complex. However, the complexities can be boiled down to a lot of simple, basic things. Don't stress a man out. Don't nag a man to death. Give him time, energy, freedom, and peace. Let him be as a man. Give him room to be a man. It's literally that simple. And respect him as a man. Sadly, a lot of women who get all these qualifications, they can't see men like that. Maybe all those qualifications stops a woman from just acknowledging a man's masculinity. Yeah, that's all it is. She can't acknowledge his masculinity. Damn.
just focus on yourself. And it's not even worrying, because we're not worrying about anybody here. Well, let me undo that entire word. We're not worrying about anybody here. There's nothing to worry about.
Exactly.
We are prioritizing ourselves. He is prioritizing himself. And if he prioritizes himself, you're his woman, right? So it's like he will prioritize you because you're an extension of him.
Exactly. It can be all so simple. A man could want respect so much he would just leave if he doesn't get it. A man could want peace so much he would just stay single if he can't get it. The world is yours. Have a nice day.
Men don't care. He is prioritizing himself.